Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another record to play for you. Today's record is The First Thing Given from 1978. So let's get started.
We all know of Thanksgiving, how the pilgrims' hardships fed. Spread out the harvest feast that with the Indians was shared. But here is a first-hand account of the Thanksgiving glee from the two small dinner guests who viewed Thanksgiving differently.
My, look at all these good things to eat. I never thought that we could get everything done on time.
Watch out for the turnip pie. You don't want to burn it.
It smells so good here. I love Thanksgiving time. Maisie, I remember how it all started just a few years ago.
I was very little, but I remember how sick I got on the voyage over here.
I remember it as if it was yesterday. We were at the harbor in Plymouth, England. Both my mother and yours were there.
Mort, are you certain that this is the boat you want to take?
Don't worry about us. It does look big.
Well, there will be plenty to eat on board ship, right, Mortimer?
Right. Have you heard that they packed the ship with rain and food?
Oh, it sounds so good. I think I'll join you. You can.
Oh, but what about Dad? He said he was never going to leave England. He's an English mouse, and that is where he is going to stay.
I don't know if you're doing the right thing. Crossing the great sea.
But over there is a new world, Mom, and I'm going to make myself into a mouse that will be known. I want to be famous.
Well, I can see that there is no changing your mind. You are going, and that is that. Maisie, dear, I brought you something special to wear. Look! A pilgrim hat and collar just like the people wear. And here is a hat for you, Mortimer.
Oh, that was sweet of you. I'll put it on. There. How do I look?
So handsome. You are... Watch out.
Oh, why did you pull me behind this box?
Well, a people just walked by, and he could have stepped on your tail.
Oh, well, thank you.
Looks like the ship is getting ready to leave. Oh, you better get on board. Well, see you later, Mother. We'll sail back sometime. Goodbye. Wave goodbye from the boat deck. Bye.
The ship sailed out of the harbor with the two little mice waving goodbye. Soon the buildings of Plymouth were just a dot, and then they were gone.
This is so exciting. Traveling to the new world and starting a new life.
I hope that they're going to like mice better over there in the New World than they do here in England.
Well, what's not to like?
Well, you like mice because you're one of them.
It is not going to be easy setting up a colony and...
Well, you know that I am not lazy. I am a hard worker.
Let's explore the ship and find out if there are any other mice on board.
Little Mortimer and Maisie Mouse went scurrying out of their mouse cabin to other parts of the ship. Now the Mayflower was a large ship filled with many people.
Have you ever seen so many people before?
I wish I could go over to one of them and say that we are going to the New World too.
Oh, I don't think that is a good idea.
Why, look! Over there!
What do you see?
It's another mouse. A brown mouse.
Well, it would not be very friendly if we did not go over and say hello.
Let's go. Hello.
Now, what do we have here? Pilgrim mice?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jasper, look what we have here.
Well, hello. Is this your first voyage?
Yes, we're going to help set up a new colony.
How nice. Well, you see, we are ship mice. Where are you staying on board?
Down in the hold, near the bags of grain.
Oh, now let me tell you that that is a bad place to be.
Bad? Why?
Because that is where Samson stays.
What is a Samson?
He is a mouser.
What is a
A
mouser?
cat. Samson is the biggest and meanest cat on board any ship.
Oh, I think I'll faint if I see him.
Well, you had better not. My pretty little mouse, when you see Jasper, you must run and get away.
Just what we need. A cat on board.
Just be careful. We live in the captain's cabin, so stop by if you ever need any help.
We will.
The voyage went on for many days, and it was slowly coming to an end. Mortimer and Maisie were very happy. They had not seen the cat once in all the time they were aboard. But on the 20th day of the voyage, Maisie Mouse was out on the deck getting a little sun when she looked up and saw... Oh, Samson looked at the little mouse.
Oh, welcome, Mouse. I heard that we had a pretty little lady mouse on board. I just had a very hard time finding you. And it's so lucky that I found you just in time for lunch.
Stay away from me, you big bully.
Oh, don't try to hide in the spars and ropes. I'll get you.
It looked very bad for Maisie. Mortimer heard her cries for help, and so did Jasper and his friend Morris. They all came to her rescue.
What's going on here? So many mice. Oh, I don't know who to go after first. Mortimer, take this cord and run all around his legs. We'll tie him up. Yeah.
Mortimer and Morris Mice ran around and around until Samson fell to the deck, all tied up.
My hero.
Don't stand here. Let's get away. I'll get you mice yet. Just you wait.
Go and pick on a dog or something like that.
We'll climb up here and... Wait. I think I see land.
Help me up, Mortimer. Oh, look over there. It is so beautiful.
All green and filled with trees. It is a beautiful land. Are you two gentlemen coming ashore when we land?
Us? No. We are sailor mice. We have to sail back on the Mayflower and get more pilgrims, and bring them back here to a new life.
Look, the captain is talking to one of the men.
Let's go over there and hear what they are saying.
Well, we made it, sir.
You are right. Our old way of life is now behind us. Now we can make a new life here.
A better life than you had in England.
We can only try. How long before we'll drop anchor?
Just a few minutes. You had better send word to the others that we will be getting the small boat ready to take you to shore.
I'll have word spread throughout the ship.
There was great excitement as the pilgrims began getting all their belongings ready. While the pilgrims were doing this, our little mice friends were doing the same
I
thing.
think I have everything.
I'm so excited. Just think, a whole new life is opening up to us.
Oh, look over there. They are loading the little boat out. Shall we go over now?
Yes, and hurry. Don't let anyone see us.
And on the first small boat to land in the new world went the little mice. Soon the boat and its passengers were on shore. All the pilgrims looked in wonder.
Our new life.
Oh, it's a wonderful place.
The new world.
My heart is beating so fast.
It took a while for all the pilgrims to reach the shore. When they were all off the Mayflower, the leader of the group stood on a rock and spoke to them.
Fellow travelers, we must kneel and give thanks that we have all arrived safely in this new land. We shall call this rock that I am standing on Plymouth Rock, to remind us of the land that we have left and the new land that we have come to.
All the pilgrims knelt and gave thanks.
And now, my friends, we must find a place to make camp.
Miles, do you think we are the first settlers here?
Who knows? Maybe hundreds of years ago there might have been others. But I know that we shall remain and make this a great country to live in.
The men and women then started to walk from the shore. They looked for a place to make their camp. They tried to find some place that would give them shelter from the weather. Now, our little mice friends did the same thing.
Well, what do you think of it?
I only hope that they like mice here.
And that there are no cats living here.
I know that Samson stayed on board ship.
Oh, good.
Oh, look, the ship. It's sailing away.
Oh, goodbye, Mayflower.
Bye.
Well, we can't stand here on the beach all day. The time has come for us to get to work. Follow me.
Mort, will you please pick up some of the bags? There are too many for me to carry.
Oh, now how could I have forgotten to do that? Here, my dear, I'll help you.
The mice began looking for shelter, and they found it in the hollow of a tree trunk.
Well, what do you think?
It is beautiful, and after I fix it up, it will be a real home for us.
Oh, why are you crying, Maisie?
We did the right thing leaving England and coming here, didn't we?
We did. I just know that soon your mother and mine will want to join us here.
around the beach, the pilgrims began to find places for their shelters. Now, during the next few weeks, there's lots of work for the settlers to do. They called the settlement Plymouth. Trees were being cut from the forest. Ground was being cleared for planting. The trees that had been cut down were all trimmed and made ready for the pilgrims' use.
We'll make log cabins for our houses. With all these trees and with some hard work for the men here in Plymouth, we'll soon have enough shelters for us all.
Well, let's get to work, Miles.
They chopped and chopped. All the men, as well as the women and children, took their turns building and clearing the fields for planting.
Look, the cabins are rising out of the ground. It all looks so good.
I have been in the fields planting the seeds that we brought with us. Everything is working out so well.
Did you have any doubts, Priscilla?
Well, to tell you the truth, I did. I was always worried. Coming to a new land, starting a new life was also strange. I knew that you, Miles, were strong enough, but I did not know if I was.
And now that you've been here, what do you think?
We did the right thing, and I am strong enough.
Miles, Priscilla, we found something out there in the woods. I want to show it to you. Come on.
I'm right behind you.
What could it be?
Miles and Priscilla followed the little boy into the woods. Meanwhile, our friends the mice were also at work.
Well, now what do you think of our little log cabin?
You built one just like the people did. You are so clever, Mortimer. It is beautiful.
Oh, I'm glad that you like it.
And I got some of this material that the people threw out, and I'll make some curtains for our cabin windows.
Aw.
Now come over here and see what I have done.
You cleared a little garden.
Just like the people did. And I took some seeds and planted them. We'll have a garden just like all the pilgrims do.
Hey, look over there. That man Miles and that woman and boy are running into the woods.
That little boy seems to be taking them somewhere to look at something.
I wonder what it is.
Shall we run and go see it too?
Sure. Come on.
Across the fields ran the little mice as fast as they could. Soon Miles and Priscilla were in the woods, and the little boy said,
Look over there.
I've never seen anything like it before.
What is it, Miles?
It's a stick all covered with pretty feathers.
It's an Indian spear.
Indian? Miles, I'm afraid.
Indians?
I've heard the sailors and other travelers speak of them.
I'm frightened, Miles. Do you think that they have been watching us all this time?
Look over there. Footprints. And here's more, Miles. I think there have been lots of them.
We'd better get back to the settlement and tell the others.
Do you think that they are friendly?
I don't know. If they are not, we might be in for some trouble. Come on.
He turned and began to walk back towards the settlement. Now the two little mice had heard the words Indians, and they got a little frightened too.
Indians?
I hope that they like mice.
I don't think that Indians like anyone. Did you see how scared the people, Miles and Priscilla, were?
What are we going to do?
I think we had better get back to the settlement and listen to what the others have to say.
Now in the center of the settlement there was a bell, and it was to be rung whenever there was an announcement to be made, and it was to be rung if there were any danger near. Now when Miles ran to the bell and began to ring it, the people came from all over the settlement.
What's wrong?
Something has happened? Friends, in the woods today, one of the boys found this.
What is this?
Who does it belong to?
Indians. They've been watching us.
Do you think they are savages?
Let us say now that they are probably as frightened of us as we are of them.
What should we do?
Well, we will just have to keep watch to see what they are up to.
Do you think that they will attack us?
Who knows what they might do? We'll try to make them realize that we want only peace.
Now on a branch of a tree sat Maisie and Mortimer. They were listening to everything that was being said.
Are you frightened, Maisie?
Now, how could I be frightened with you near me, Mortimer? Oh, look down there.
What's wrong?
Down there. Look. What is it?
Down on the ground, right under the tree where the mice were sitting, stood two Indians. And they were looking at what was going on in the settlement.
Are they what I think they are?
They are. Shh. Quiet. I want to hear what they have to say.
Now the Indians looked at the strange-looking men and women and spoke among themselves in their own language.
What strange-looking people they are. What are they doing here? Look, they have made places to live in with logs.
Shall we tell the others?
we go. Tell Chief back at camp. Two Indians turned and walked off into the forest. Mortimer and Maisie jumped to the ground.
Where are you going, Morty? To follow them to their camp. We have to find out just what they're up to.
Oh, it might be dangerous.
Well, the people can't follow them. They're too big. We're small enough to follow them and not get caught.
I hope you are right. Well, let's go.
You're not going.
I would never let you go by yourself.
Oh.
The little mice followed the Indians back to their camp.
Look! There are hundreds of them. There are more of them than of us.
I wonder what they are saying. Let's go closer.
The mice went closer to the camp when the Indians were talking to a strange-looking man who must have been the chief.
What man come here for?
They build log house, plant seed. Look like they want to stay.
We must find out if they come in peace. Winter comes soon. The great white snow cover ground. We shall watch men and see.
Well, the mice were satisfied that the Indians would not attack, and they went back to their cabins. The Indians watched over the settlement, and then one day, the chief appeared in the clearing. Look over there.
An Indian.
Oh, he looks very important.
I'll go over and try to speak to him.
Miles, shall I get your gun?
No, we come in peace. Look over there. More Indians. We'll be very careful. I'll hold my hat in the air to show them that I do not have a weapon.
So Miles went to the Indians and tried to speak to them.
We come in peace.
The chief looked at Miles and made a gesture.
We want to be friends.
Unga do sota.
Here is my belt. It is for you.
Unga na bet.
The chief then gave Miles a band with 3 feathers in it. Then he turned and walked off into the woods. Miles ran back to the settlement. What do you think, Miles?
I hope I did the right thing. I think he understands that we come here in peace.
The little mice who were watching all this felt a little better. But it was a year of hard work followed by a terrible winter. Most of the settlers became ill and many died. A few of the Indians who had become friendly with the Pilgrims also fell ill, and the Pilgrims helped them all that they could.
Who is this one, Galen?
He's very sick.
We are all getting sick. Never have I seen so much snow and ice. Oh, soon spring will come.
The mice had to face a terrible winter too. And when spring came, there were 4 little mice babies in Mortimer and Maisie's log cabin.
Look how cute they are.
The first mice born in the new land. I'm so proud.
And so it went. Now when autumn came and all the crops were ready to be harvested, Miles called the people of the settlement together.
We've been here for a year. A long year filled with hardships and fear. But we made it.
Yes, we made it.
Now that we've survived this year and the Indians live in peace with us and our crops grow healthy and strong, I think we should give our thanks for having had such good fortune.
A Thanksgiving.
What a wonderful idea.
A special time of year to be thankful for our having come to this land and starting a new life.
We shall have a feast and invite the Indians. What better way to show how grateful we are to them for the help they gave us this year? After all, we would not have this wonderful new food, corn, if it were not for them.
Now all the work stopped and everyone sat down to a huge dinner. There were roast turkeys, fried breads, corn, and all other kinds of food. The chief sat with Miles at the head of the huge table. In the corner of the clearing, Mortimer and Maisie set up their table and sat down with their 4 new babies and gave thanks just as the Pilgrims did.
What a wonderful dinner this is.
Oh, what a good life we have.
I like this dinner.
And every year from that time, we give thanks for our land, our food, and for all the good that has happened to us. How fortunate for us that the Pilgrims came over on the Mayflower so long ago and settled in the New World. Let us give thanks to them.
So that was the first Thanksgiving from 1978. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. We'll have another video coming out real soon.